It's time for Chariot Day. Here we go. D-Gamer. It's gonna be my opponent. And the theme is practicing chariots as much as possible. So they're playing Chaos Dwarves, okay. Alright. I gotta start with the good chariot factions, right? Norska, Slanesh. Let's see here. Dark Elves. Let's do some of that. Chariots, my lord. Oh boy. So, for those of you not in the know, my chariot micro is abysmal. I may be the top player in the world, but I've never actually sat down and learned how to micro chariots. They're difficult, man. You leave them in combat, they die. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we don't get annihilated. Shame on you for playing Tomb Kings. Actually, it's not only going to be Tomb Kings today. I just needed something for the thumbnail. But yeah, we're going to be doing a variety of factions. I will try to get in some Tomb Kings, but yeah. Nurgle. Yo, Nurgle has chariots. Nurgle does actually have chariots. Oh, jeez, please. He wants to play Norska. Norska versus Chaos Dwarves. Oh boy. I'm so bad at chariots. These are like some of the best chariots in the game though. Alright, I need to restart real quick. Get all the mods in order. Oh boy. But okay, he did pick Norska. Norska versus Chaos Dwarves should be as good as possible. Some Cathay chariots. Whooshing War Compass. What, a Corpse Cards chariots now? Just because it got 4 wheels doesn't make it a... Actually, chariot's a 2-wheeled, right? That means a black coach technically is not a chariot. Is a mortis engine a chariot? Is mayonnaise a... I don't know. Yeah, we're doing it as a challenge. They were not buffed. And I am definitely not very good with chariots. We're gonna start with this. I think all factions are limited to, what, 4 chariots? Because the fruit rules decided that more than 4 chariots would be broken. Alright. So if I'm going Ice Wolf chariot spam, what's the best way to support that? If he's playing Chaos Dwarves... What's the map? What's the map? Ban Norskin Rise. Nah, ban Carcass. Oops. Ban Norskin Carcass. There we go. Ban Carcass. He's gonna think I want to play on Norskin Rise now. You know, one thing that you can do with chariots is you can take a bunch of them. And then just go for a really easy to micro army on top of it. That is definitely a good general play style. you can I don't know, just lay down and die because you don't know how to micro chariots. Many options. Many options are available. Man, this army looks like suck. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Oh, they limit my skirmishers. Holy moly, this feels bad. Let's see here. Are we gonna see bull centaurs? How much do I gotta worry about them? Are we gonna see some normal hobgoblin riders or something? Oh, this feels so bad. The army's exceeding the unit caps? What do you mean? Chariots or war machines? Oh, I accidentally put sail on. I mean, my lord on a chariot. I wanted this instead. Okay. Alright. Hope you guys are ready for the impending disaster. I've got to remember to pick a cool banner. Let's do a Vogue. Alright. No skeleton chariots. We are playing counter-picking factions. I can play whoever I want. Oh boy. Good chariot luck, thank you. Wolfric on a chariot as well. I wish you could take more than 4. I wish I could just have a 20 stack of chariots. Life would be good. Using chariots or chariot maxing? It depends on who I'm facing. Like if it's if I'm facing Danican, only the strongest of chariots should be used. I should like take Scourge Runners. Honestly, Scourge Runners are probably the best chariot that fit my playstyle. And it would also give me opportunities to practice my melee chariot micro. Does the Iron Demon count? Ooh, some Chaos Dwarf counter picks. Yo, Iron Demon does count. Same with the Black Coach. I think Iron Demon would be the best chariot if you consider it a chariot. Definitely in usage, it is very chariot-like. It reminds me of Noble Chariots from Warhammer 2 when they were OP. Or at least very strong. Oops, wrong map. But yeah, Noble Chariots were really strong. They had super high mass, they did 1,000,000 damage, you could barely catch and kill them. It's just like the Iron Demons of today. And they could be healed, They weren't unbreakable, but it didn't matter, you weren't breaking them. The Grail Guardians count. Everything counts. What's this? In the stream he was supposed to play to try hard Vampire Coast, he got sidetracked by admin problems and forgot to only play Vampire Coast. Oh really? I might need to do a Coast tryharding. I feel like I do have a Vampire Coast stream though that is basically Coast tryharding. But it wasn't actually part of the series proper. Alright, Edge of the Darkwood. ROR Zinch Chariot, the Flying Chariots. 40k beta. Yeah, is a 40k beta? 40k Total War beta. Oh, hell yeah. Yo. Enter your email. Oops. Wrong email. Bada bing. Yeah, they do have a beta. Look at that. I guess I should sign up just in case. Although, I wonder if they'll give us content creators anything. Sorry, just gotta help with something. Okay. Ready, good luck, have fun. Alright. Let's do this. Huh. Alright. We got 4 chariots. I got Sail. He's pretty stacked. We got Uranans and Chain Lightning. Chaos Dwarves don't like lightning. And I have a very easy to micro Bearman sack. What's not to love? It's very straightforward. These guys are pretty good at capturing points, yeah. We'll see if they can... the jokes! The jokes! Ah, so good. Alright, how good is their missile attack against these guys? How good is their charge against the cavalry here? What are we even dealing with? The unfortunate thing about never using chariots is I don't know how they work nowadays against the melee cav. He's running from them though, which is kind of crazy. Whoops, got hit up a bit there. Yeah, these guys, they're no skirmishers, are they? Alright, I just gotta damage mitigate with them a little bit. Just kind of do the dancing, the prancing. And if they can burn all the ammunition of these guys, I'm happy. I would have loved to see how they would have done on the charge. They do have a pretty good charge bonus. There's the train. Train has arrived. Okay, what are you gonna do now? My opponent has just a bunch of mobility and 2 infernal castellans. Interesting. I feel so exposed, man. I feel extremely exposed. But I guess these things can probably bounce around here and maybe get some sick plays. Is he just gonna avoid combat the whole time? That would be pretty menacing. I gotta be ready to defend that point. Alright, interesting. So we kind of just have a sit around situation. What spells does he have? Final Transmutation. Nothing too crazy. Frontal Charge on Cav is good. Alright. But yeah, very slow Chaos Dwarf build up. That's fine. These Bearmen are nerfed, by the way. Thanks to the mod. And I think I just keep spamming infantry. His infantry clear is not very good. So I should actually be able to just straight up stall here. Remember, these things do have little throwing axes. They do very small amounts of damage, and they barely hit. What are you doing? He's trying to get line of sight on Sail. We're both doing no damage to each other though, but I have the capture points. As long as I maintain the capture points, life is good. He's not gone for this over here. The Ark could die, I've noticed, but they get beat by the Kurgans. So I guess we're just chilling. There really is no reason to fight here. That point is just too far away to be worth it for me. The interesting thing is these guys do have a slowing melee attack. So if the train dives in, they can slow them down. Memories of Sortha Ek. Yeah. Can they get it done? This is a long grind. But the damage is very mild. Oh, hell yeah. They're gonna get a few attacks in. Let's go. Big chariot damage. Huge. Actually, wait, jeez, that did quite a bit. These chariots kind of cook. Okay, let's just get another berserker. Norsa can take ages to take out. Oh, he has a death streak? Since when? Okay, he's just gonna chuck a spell over there. Yo, thing doesn't work anymore against a death streak. Or Uranus Thunderbolt, it's never worked against a death streak. I believe if I chuck it out there, it's just not gonna take any damage. You think I might as well try it, you know? Maybe the update totally changed the code and death streaks get hit properly now. You never know. Nope. Yeah, death streaks like don't have a hitbox. It's very weird. Yeesh. Alright, we're good. So he's hitting me up with the artillery. The battle is long and arduous. I'm just gonna get more Barrowmen. Thankfully, death streaks are pretty easy to dodge. You just have to move. There you go. Very nice. And now he's just down a lot of gold, unless he can get value on that death streak. But clock's ticking. You gotta secure the points eventually. Otherwise, this game's just gonna be over, man. It's gonna be a very anticlimactic game. I will say it is very common for people to just play too aggressive. So like if you are an artillery enjoyer, a lot of the times you can actually just sit around and do nothing. And people will come to you and lose all their units in just horrendous trades. For me, I have the patience to just sit back and relax, because a double cap is advantageous for me. And I'm pretty good at mitigating damage too. Except for this shot. That shot might hit. We still dodged that one pretty well. But yeah, I'm pretty good at mitigating damage. So this should just be winning for me. In there. Unless he's able to get some like sick damage. This spells. I'll just chuck a Uranus in there. Oh, I finally got hit. The miss micro. Oh, and he's gonna get a train charge in. He's gonna get counter charge though, so I don't know if that's worth it. I can even get the chariots around. The glorious chariots around of the gods. He's gonna chuck a Searing Doom. It's pretty decent damage. Nothing that's gonna end me here though. Oh crap, I forgot to dodge with these guys. Woo, alright. Partial dodge, I'll take it. At the end of the day though, this train's dying to my chariots. The superior Ice Wolf chariots. Castellans are not really doing much damage either. I'll just keep chucking lightning here, see if he dodges. If he's too focused on the train, we might get screwed. Man, I keep missing. I gotta pan my camera up so I can see when this thing shoots though. Kind of misplaying that a little bit. I'm gonna see a final transmutation. He's telegraphing something, whether it's a breath attack or a transmutation. But the damage on the train is a little too immense. And I think that's gonna be his downfall. Miss the dodge again. Honestly though, at max range, this thing really isn't doing much damage. Can I sneak this back point? Can I just like get a sneaky steal while he's not paying attention? I should be able to just get berserkers in here too. Those bull centaurs, not a big deal. I'm gonna sneak this back point because I really want to get that ticket advantage. He's not gonna get the middle point. There's simply not enough. Sail's doing great, and we can now start using our chariots to secure points. I mean, murderers infantry, not secure points. That's not what they're here to do. So I'm just gonna split them up and start chasing different units of infantry. We're gonna bring in these ice wolves over here to get some work in. Gonna get some lightning, and we'll see how these things do. So they do require a lot of micro, but if you do it just right and constantly charge with them, you're good. I am this one. There you go. I lost track of one of the chariots, but look at that charge. It was a Chaos Dwarf Warriors, and they just got mulched by them. And you can see this is the benefit of having such a heavy infantry army. I do have the time to sit back and relax and just get as many cycle charges as I can, really. It's pretty sick, these little dudes. And I think that's going to be it for my opponent. It'll be very difficult coming back from a situation like this. The trading was just a little too vicious. And this thing, at the end of the day, did not pay for itself. The power of dodging is very good. A little bit of final transportation. I don't think that's a big issue, though. Can I kill the train, however? That train really refuses to die, doesn't it? Hey, let's beat up the castellans. This worked out pretty well for me. I basically just traded like, let's say 1,005 or like 500 gold worth of value for a bunch of tickets. Like if you get one ticket per gold that you're losing, that's just an amazing position. I'd be happy to lose like hundreds of gold for like a handful of tickets. It's pretty nasty how that goes. I will say this Kadai unit's a little annoying though. Where are my chariots at? I really gotta use some more. I should use them to bully these fire glaives. I feel like that could be pretty cool. Sail lives. Let's go. All right, the micro time. Get them in there. How good are these things against the guns? Technically, these guys can brace, but they're not bracing. I'm gonna see if I can get a sick flanking charge on them, maybe. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty hype. Look at that. I will say these guys are quite speedy. Very high micro though. I would not recommend taking more than a couple. All right, GG. Very nice. A lot of the times the counter to artillery is just incredible amounts of patience to not get overextended. Chariots were okay, considering they lived. Train was kind of a menace. It was kind of cool, though, having the mass. Though Marauder Horsemen also really counter that kind of stuff. But, yeah, at the end of the day, it's... if you have the 2 capture points, your opponent needs to put a lot of pressure on to actually force you to attack. Also, yo, did you guys see the Warhammer news? I've wanted to talk about it since I saw it the other day. But yo, they actually have like dockable terrain. At least by the looks of it. Fingers crossed it's not super janky, but if you can actually put your infantry in trenches. That would be so sick. I just hope it works. And you can destroy the you can destroy terrain too. That's pretty cool. Just don't use Slanesh chariots. They have the worst attacks and mass, but they're fast. Exalted chariots are bugged. I see. But yeah, trailer stuff was hype. Honestly, I am very excited for 40k. I know not everyone is. But man, there's so much stuff. A lot of people though on Reddit urge people to remember that CA often have really hyped trailers and alpha footage, but the game usually launches with incredible issues. That is just how things be. So we'll set our expectations, but I still look forward to it. Grand Cathay is next. Grand Cathay's one where chariots are good, right? Sure, they have cannons. Let's see here. I don't know if I want to play Corn versus Grand Cathay. Let's see here. Who has some good chariots? Nurgle versus Grand Cathay. Then I can Nurgle chariot him. Nurgle, High Elves, and this is terrible. It's a terrible matchups. Nurgle, High Elves, and Tomb Kings. Why not? Just the worst matchups possible for me. We'll see if we can squeeze in some Tomb Kings. You gonna miss Warhammer 3? I think they're still going to put out DLCs, right? Surely it prints money. If they just cut DLCs once 40k comes out, you know, that wouldn't be entirely unexpected. But we don't know for sure. Channeling your inner sort the Ek. I wish we could take more than 4 chariots. I do kind of understand why the restriction is there, but it's rough. Nurgle. He wants to face Nurgle. More Lost Temple of Sotek Whirling Maelstrom. Ban more. I want the jankiest maps. So that he can't get line of sight on my stuff. There's your Nurgle chariot action. We can amp it up with these guys on chariots. That's pretty hype, right? This is pretty cool. You got the double exalted hero. What if I give them heroic killing blow? Good luck, thank you. Dwarves would never win any game without chariot restrictions. That is quite the extreme statement. This ain't rock, paper, scissors. Lost Temple of Sotek, okay. Honestly, I think you wouldn't even take more than 4 chariots versus dwarves. Like, dwarves obviously are weak to chariots, but you get excessive and then suddenly you have to kill 50 slayers. You guys have seen Commissar just crushing it there. Alright. I gotta be Cathay. I gotta be Cathay. That's a little bit of a doozy. I guarantee you this guy's gonna have like some weird Satang shenanigans. That sounds like it would suck. What am I supposed to do about Satang, bro? Unless he goes like mass single entities or something crazy like that. I don't know, there are actually quite a few options. Nurgle, though, they do have some pretty okay infantry. I believe Forsaken and Pestigore spam was good. Last I looked at Nurgle, that was kind of the popular way to go about them. Always important to have a couple axe throwers. Yeah, okay, alright. Build is it's a build. Cathay's front line is very hard to break. Do I want Furies? Nurgle Furies are one of the worst Furies of the bunch. I believe they just have less HP than Tzeentch Furies. I might be wrong. I guess they technically have Cloud of Flies for that sweet melee defense. But the melee defense is so low that the buff barely does anything. It's okay though. It's just Grand Cathay. It's just Grand Cathay. What's the worst I can have? A million tigers for the win. I think I do think Cathay will launch itself into the meta at some point. I think the tools are there. They just need a player to champion them. Like we need like a Danican level player to really just sit down and discover how to make Cathay OP. Only a matter of time. Although we'll see. Maybe I'll play against them right now and be like, never mind, they suck. Garbage faction. Be the player. I'm very tempted to do a like making Cathay look good stream. Just become an ultra Cathay main. I'm still kind of traumatized getting artillery dodged by Lil Grom though. Is this armored infantry? Oh, tight armored infantry is a dream for Stream of Corruption. That's true. I did bring a slightly different spell kit though. I don't know if it's a terrible idea. Eh, whatever. I can live without Stream of Corruption. Also, what if they spam tigers instead? What if it's just a front line of tigers? Stream of Corruption can't do anything then. Oh boy. Well, here we go. We already got one win. Forgot to update the thingamajig. But I got one win. How hard can it be to get another? I got the Noxbringer to chill over here in these trees. I have the Chariot squad. They're gonna also take to the trees. Got some sick Pestigore action. They have 13 units. Pretty standard, I think, for Grand Cathay. Ready, good luck, have fun. And we're gonna see how we do. Now, Cathay is primarily an infantry-based faction with a little bit of weird plays lying around. I do have Purple Sun, which can save my chariots and do lots of damage to infantry. And then all my infantry's in reserve. We're gonna play the long game, slowly spam out the infantry over time, and hope that I don't just horribly lose a frontline fight. With the support of these guys, though, I should be able to tip that into my favor. So fingers crossed this goes well. Posturing for this point over here, point number 3, to potentially get me to overextend onto point 2 makes a lot of sense. There ain't no Satang though, so I think I can just use the Noxbringer to crush face. Pestigores versus Peasant Horsemen is a dream for them. They ain't got no issues there. And it's let's hear 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's everything. We see the entire army of Grand Cathay. Oh, you got some magic here? You got some foul magic you want to cast? Barely dodged it. And by barely, I mean barely did not dodge it. That's okay, though. I got a Noxbringer. The Noxbringer is hype. Let's get shot number 1 down the lane. Pestigores are pretty sick. They have pretty decent mass, and they got armor piercing. So Cavalry hate this one trick. Jade Lancers on the run. Pretty cool. And that will be able to get me at this point. Noxbringer's got to be quite aggressive, though, if it wants to actually get work done.
Keep it from the foe.
And I think I do just want to keep spamming Pestigores. I could flank with one of them. That would take a long time, though, but given how this game is playing out, I think I'll actually have the time for it. Weirdly enough, we're going to drain ammo on those Crane Gunners over there. I don't think any of those shots hit, though, from the Noxbringer. Very unfortunate. Here's the thing, though. It's just one Crane Gunner. That's pretty lackluster, right? Gotta be real careful about those Crane Gunners. If they get one big volley off, I'm just kind of screwed. Noxbringer's chilling, though. He's having a good time. I have a triple cap. Grand Cat they just shoved all the way back. And so far, so okay. This is nothing crazy. We got some Longbow Riders. It's just Grand Cat game. He's just chilling. Ain't much to worry about. Yeah, those treed up Crane Gunners, though, are such a menace. Interesting that we a charge over there. That's kind of risky for the Longbow Riders if they get caught. That could just be the end of them. Noxbringer using the trees itself to block some hits. You'd love to see that. Okay, but can I kill the Longbow Riders? If I do, that'd be real bad for my opponent. Ooh, and we got a nice catch. Very nice catch there. I'm gonna see if I can get my Pestigores in there. He actually sends his Lord onto the Noxbringer. Units have a hard time disengaging, by the way, which is why this is happening. But yeah, Noxbringer can just straight up fight his Lord. And if he's not paying attention, he's gonna lose these guys. I also have an opportunity to just charge in too. Because the distraction can go a long way. Also, he's still triple capped, which is like really bad. Okay, there it is. Pestigores have arrived successfully. Should be able to shut down the Crane Gunners. And the fight is on. So the question is whether or not these Chariots can keep blitzing through all this. I still have to be a little careful with my big ol' Noxbringer, but ooh, that Pestigore charge with the route. What a wonderful timing. He's gonna get some Ironclaw warriors in there, but this is actually quite bad right now. His lines are in disarray. Pestigore's got another huge hit, and these guys are all still alive. Cathay looking pretty bad right now. These Chariots are kind of crushing it. And that purple sun is definitely getting into work. Yeah. Dude, those Ironclaw Tiger Warriors, not doing much, are they? They are actually kind of dropping the ball. Because they're not actually killing these Pestigores as fast as I think you would want them to die. How's a Noxbringer doing? Noxbringer's doing pretty good. He chucks out the final transmutation. Noxbringer barely dodges that. I do have one hero kind of getting caught. But I think we'll be okay. As long as I just stop him from capturing any points, I'm happy. And the distraction Pestigore was a great idea. Just gotta make sure I have everything in order here. But the Noxbringer's doing great. I think I'm gonna rear charge these guys just to try and break them. And then if I can kill off the Longbow Riders, I'm good. He's spamming the Tiger Warrior late game, alright. He does technically have a value advantage. So I gotta be a little careful. But what do you say about this to your value advantage? What say you to some more sick purple sun? That's gonna hurt. Oh, those poor halberds. Jade Warrior is getting beat up. Lord is still alive, and the Ironclaw Warriors They're trying to get in here, but they're not really getting the greatest leverage. There goes that lord. Chariots in a blob fight? What is this? Super cursed. Super cursed fight. I don't even know how this is going my way. Those Ironclaw guys can kill large units very fast. But something about their positioning, I don't know, is just making them not really do well. Or what if it's because the chariots are anti-infantry? No, it's because they're mostly on my, they're mostly trying to kill my lord. I'll just get him in there.
I knew it.
That's gonna be it. GG.
Unending
Well played.
glory is yours.
Well, that was interesting. That was very interesting. Pope Patty is next. Terrifying. Yeah, they just kind of just outground him. Here we go. Pope Patty. They beat me once in the last tournament, but didn't make it to the finals. The grudge match begins. I should pick Norska. I should pick Norska just for the lulls. Yeah, that Longma Rider getting caught up as well. Yo, saving the Pestigores to charge in once a unit starts routing to time the slow is insane. Okay, so it's Bretonia, Hash's Oriole Fields, Edge of the Darkwood, Altar of the Champion. These are all massive maps. I think playing Norska is almost suicidal, but I'm actually kind of tempted. I don't know why. It's just kind of... Maybe it's pride. It's probably pride. Or I could go Dark Elves. I could try the Kiting Chariots. What if I go like Tomb Kings, Dark Elves, and is there a better chariot faction? If I pick Norska, he's gonna go for Norska. Greenskins. Black Coach or nothing. I could toss in the vampire counts, but they can beat Maximillionaire. And Club's Baby Seal Stream. These are not weak players, okay? Ooh, Chaos Dwarves. Sure. Tomb Kings, Dark Elves, and Chaos Dwarves. The train counts as a chariot, okay? I'll save Norska for later. And then we have to play on a giant map one way or the other. I think Oil Fields is slightly better. He wants to face Dark Elves. We'll ban Edge of the Darkwood. If he wants to play an Altar of the Champion as Bretonia, that would be kind of surprising. Wolf Chariots or Riot? Oh, boy. Yes, these guys. This is technically one of the cheapest chariots. If you don't count pump wagons. Even if you do. I think this is actually like, these are the cheapest chariots in the game. It's a 90 speed, 1000 mass. Dude. It's pretty sick. But, yeah. It's not that good. Hey, Stream Streak, Volpara, congratulations. Hello, hello. Do you have access to all chariot factions today? I do, so I can counterpick with any chariot faction. He wants to play an Altar of the Champion. Interesting, okay. The Mad Lad. I don't know if this is good for me or bad for me. If I'm spamming chariots, I'm sure it can be a little sketchy. Do I want Blackguard of Nagarond? That's a unit that is sometimes good. It's sometimes good, sometimes not. Lord-wise, what do I want? This will be really interesting. Yeah, 3 Grail Guardian. I personally think triple Grail Guardian would be kind of insane. I think Pope Patty generally doesn't like going heavy on the peasants. They will sometimes, but it's not their main thing, so I can kind of prep. I don't have to prep as hard against it. I need to just be super strong versus like a big giant cav rush. And then I'll be okay. Wait, what? You lost the 20 streak while back, but you're getting back up there? Yeah. You'll get it back soon enough. Grail Guardians. What's like the best spell to kill off Grail Guardians? You really don't know Patty that well, do you? Against Dark Elves? That's kind of crazy, man. That's still kind of crazy. I don't think it's impossible, but I'm pretty sure it's there. Yeesh. All right. This guy's kind of expensive. I'll be okay though. Oh, they're already ready, aren't they? Cold One Nights are not terrible. But I will have to be very, very careful. The Cav Max, the Patty Cav Max is like stock standard for him, man. You're basically guaranteed to see it. Dark Riders are not nearly as good either. If I was a Danican, what would I do? I would definitely run 4 Scourge Runners, that's for sure. If I was a Danican. And then... yeah, definitely one of these. If I was a Danican. Really? I'm just barely off. What a ripoff. Okay, this'll do. This'll do. And then... honestly, like, normal spear infantry don't even feel that good against cavalry anymore. Kind of sad. It's not terrible, but, like, the moment they get rear charge, they gun route. That's how it be. But what if I get something better than spear infantry? What was this? There's a loud sound? A summer storm started. Oh. Yeah, yo, in some places, thunder is like super loud. I've lived in some areas before. If it's just like open and flat enough, something about the acoustics just makes it so loud. Flames of Asgore. Asgorath. What is this? Someone have a question about it? You don't think Daniken does 4 Scourge Runner builds? What do you mean? What do you mean? He literally did a Scourge Runner build against me the other day. Ready, good luck, have fun. 9 units. It's a cav build. So I have some options. I can try to Doom Bolt Alberic. Malekith does have access to that. I got Soul Stealer. We got some sick Power of Darkness shenanigans. I got this lady I can bring in if I want more magic. The question is, how pedal to the metal is he gonna be? And can Alberic dodge Doom Bolts? So we got some Knights Errants. This assassin will be great though. He basically ensures blob fights can't go too badly for me. Gotta be careful. Alberic does give Strider to all these guys. But regardless, if I get the Blackguard and the trees, that should be enough to kind of block them up. Alright, what are you doing? I'm just gonna chuck out a Doom Bolt on Alberic off rip. Should be pretty hard to dodge. Is he fast enough to just raw dodge it? No, okay, he does get hit. He does bleed, thank goodness. Just have to be real careful with these guys. He's gonna be tempted to go in for the deep dive push. I can feel it coming in hot. But if I play defensively enough, I think we'll still be okay. Gotta be real careful about leaving fire at will on. If they waste too much ammunition, we could be screwed. Blackguard getting hammered a bit. We'll be alright. I know you want to get in here, though. I know you want to get in here. You can see all the posturing is just screaming for it. But if I can get the raw value trades up, we're good. And I'm doing pretty decent damage with the Scourge Runners. I don't know if I want to cast that on the Assassin. Okay, Alberic's going to take a little bit of damage. That's pretty good. And I think I will just get a second Blackguard. I feel safe enough. Yes, there's a Trebuchet and all that, but that's not a big deal. If I can slowly wear down Alberic, we're good. Malekith can definitely get some work done on him. Alberic, if there's one thing that's weak about him, it's how squishy he is. Can he dodge the second Doom Bolt? Nope. Gets hit. Now there's the regrowth caster. That's pretty standard fare. But that already burns a lot of juice on Alberic. That burns a rather dramatic amount of juice. We got another Blackguard coming in. I have bought myself a ton of time. Oh, he's going for Earth Blood. Okay. Alright, dig it. Yeah, I'd say this is not terrible. Pegasus Knights have arrived, though. So I gotta be careful not to waste the shots. Ah, crap. Kind of whiffed that. Ah, couldn't cancel it in time either. Okay, got a little bit of a cav push coming in, but I'm still doing okay. Thank goodness for these trees providing me cover. This ain't too bad. Scourge Runners are killing it, bro. They're doing mega damage. Even if they run out of ammo completely, I think it's still pretty solid for me. It's not even going that bad. I just have to be a little careful about that little artillery piece. The Treb. These guys at least should be able to push this point over here since Alberic is so far. Knights of the Lionhearted will just blast them with yet more Scourge Runner shots. I need more magic. Give me more magic. Value trading is off the charts. 2,500 value. Now he's been healing. But I must say that is an impressive amount of value that we've accrued. And the Blackguard here are on the point. And what are you even planning, good sir?
Merciless warriors, slay them.
Seriously, what's he planning? Okay, he's gonna hammer the Blackguard some more. I don't really have to worry about the points just yet, though. I certainly have a good amount of time here. It's another devastating volley. Those trebuchet shots, if they ever do land well enough, that would be bad. I could even get a Medusa if I really wanted to. This assassin will have a fun time killing Alberic too. Big deeps. That should hit pretty hard. Yep, there's the Doom Bolt. Okay, the question is, when do I push on to the next point? The damage is good. The damage is genuinely good, don't get me wrong, but... Okay, I think I want to start playing a little bit more aggressive and maybe force them over here. I can start moving some Blackguard to position. The Chariots are doing great. They are running out of ammo though. But what they can do is they can pressure multiple points at the same time. Alberic's certainly taking a lot of damage too. But yes, I do need to think about pushing another point. Alberic has taken massive deeps though. Absolutely massive deeps. We're just gonna chuck a breath attack here on those Knights Errant. Gonna push up with these guys. If I can time the Alberic kill too, that would be sick. Hey, wait, maybe some free picks here? Maybe some free picks. Some of his cavalry's getting caught up. I'm in no big rush. Like, yeah, I'm totally fine just kind of chilling here. These chariots can move on in potentially and get some work done. These Blackguard are at the ready. Ready to body block as much as possible. The question is, will Alberic be able to kill Malekith? He goes in for the big plays, but Alberic is alone. Doombolt is in. Alberic is strong. Malekith's insane. Gets massively hit. The guy's being brutalized. And the Blackguard are kind of all over him right now. Dude, he's gone. Ain't no more Alberic left. Alright, I just gotta carry out the win then. I'm gonna use this Dread Spear here to do the chase off. That's kind of required because I did not have any leftover units. He does rally. Surprise, surprise. But Malekith should still crump the guy. Whoa, big hit on Alberic. Breath attack kind of botched though. But I think if I just took a Doombolt at his face and he can't help in this fight, I'll be okay. It's gonna be a little sketchy. Oh, the Lord snipe at the perfect time. Yeah, that's basically over then. With Malekith providing the leadership debuff. Ain't nothing you can do. And now the Chariot's body block. That's a mass route and a half. Yep. There we go. Blackguard and Acheron doing their thing. You love to see it. Oh, glorious. And we got the flank point. Now I just got to waddle up on the points and we're good. He played the long game, but I was very well set up for it. Unfortunately, for my opponent. Passive triggers, I had a little bit of an awkward time. I still think it's pretty good for me though. And the Trebuchet, I don't think we'll be able to get too much work done here. I just need to make sure I actually secure the points in time and then I'm good to go. And securing the points is still rather important. Like this fight is a little awkward. Oh, that's my laundry done. Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, I really got to get back in there though and capture some points. Because he can still win this actually. That's the crazy thing. But yeah, if I'm not careful, he totally actually just still wins this. I need to be rather fast on these point takes. Thankfully, the Blackguard are insane. They'll be good. With all these chariots here, I'll have 5 minutes-ish, at least, to get this point. So I'm really in no rush. We can take our time. There you go, there's the Malekith. Kill him, Blackguard! Kill him! Hell yeah, Scourgeon is doing amazing here. And this breath attack should get him dead. Summon some cavalry, not a big deal. That breath attack was ludicrous. Look at the routes. Yo, Blackguard are hype, man. Blackguard are sick. Oh my goodness. Very nice. And I'll just save up on Dark Riders and send them where they're needed. I think I just need to get everyone on this point. But yeah, these guys aren't breaking. It's because the passive triggered. So they're just gonna chill. Gotta get some D summons off, though. I think he's probably gonna commit more here. But I know he can't get it without committing a few more dudes. So I should still be... Should still be good if I just chill. Let's see. Is he gonna commit more guys? Okay, I think I will get one Dark Rider there. At the very least, this point is going well. Malekith does have the Soul Stealer. He's gonna drop it like it's hot. It's currently at 3,150 value. That's gonna hit every single unit there. It scales off the units hit, not the entities. So that means Malekith is actually just going to completely crump here. If we look at the value, oh my goodness. All right, that was like a solid, yeah, like 600 some odd value plus a heal on Malekith. And the capture point is mine. Yo, Malekith is sick, man. Oh, he's amazing. Casual 5k lead. It's even more now. Jeez. I feel like this map, he shouldn't have picked this map because it's very good for my it's very good for my dudes. It's very good for hiding away from the artillery pieces. Okay, I think I just gotta make sure he doesn't capture this point. So I'm primarily just gonna send the forces there. I have a lot of time to get there. We're in no rush. But yeah, Medusa can handle that situation, and then I'll have another cold one night in a second. He did actually secure the point though, which is a little awkward actually. I will be able to kill the artillery piece at least, so no resummoning. But yeah, now we're kind of sitting around and waiting for my Blackguard to show up. Thankfully, Malekith is pretty terrifying. Just gonna chuck this out on the caster because she's providing leadership right now. Pretty big deeps. Okay, we got some big routes over here. We're just gonna see a big rotation play. We might. Just a big old fat rotation onto this point. But if I pull in all my forces there, we should be good. Executioners are pretty happy about the situation too, because they can brace up. They'll be fine. And then once I get these guys in, we're good. It's all about holding out just long enough where I can start winning on a 2-cap. Hey, look at that. The Chariots block the cavalry. Pretty sick. And now he's triple capped. I can breathe easy now. It's going to be very difficult getting anywhere. Pope Patty knows it. It's going to be GG. Hell yeah. Woo, GG well played. All right. Vengeance. Vengeance versus the Bade. Had to be very efficient with the chariots and slowly wear down Alberic. The poor guy did not get any value. That's the thing about Alberic. He's kind of required for the Bretonnian cavalry to cook. See, these guys did not get that much value. He did scrap it out pretty well, though. And the Blessed Trebuchet did pay for itself. But at the end of the day, Blackguard are sick. This one paid for itself. This one paid for itself. This one didn't even see combat, but they got a lot of value. Not bad. And Malekith was insane. 4,500 value on the Malekith. That's crazy, man. That's a lot of value on Malekith. Usually, getting close to 5k value with a Lord is no simple feat. Of course, Malekith is ludicrously expensive at 3,130. And the Sorceress was buffing up his magic. So he only paid for himself a little bit over, if you include all the costs. But he still paid for himself. GG well played. You hate Doombolt? Yeah, Doombolt's pretty nasty. Pre-nerf Doombolt would have just crushed it. I think a lot of people, since the nerf, they stopped using Doombolt, but it is still pretty insanely strong. On an open map makes it all the harder to dodge. So Doombolt you can't dodge. It's just a zoning tool. Now, if you are clever about it, you can stop Doombolt from being a problem. Because unless they bring extra magic, and extra magic costs a lot of money. Like don't write off how expensive this sorceress is. But basically, let's say they have Doombolt and you just don't bring your Lord close. What happens to your opponent? Are they gonna spend a lot of magic casting spells? Because if they do, they're not gonna have enough magic to kill your Lord. You understand what I'm getting at? So if you just park your Lord far away and just chuck out magic at max range, you can avoid Doombolt and be fine. There's also like, you know, there's also just like counters to it. So if you bring like, obviously with Betonia, you kind of have to have Elberic. But like, look at the amount of magic resist you can get by getting a Lord on a Unicorn. You have that option. Sometimes though, you're just going to be countered. And spells should look good when they're hard countering. But it's not impossible. You know, when Danican lost to my Gaze of Nagash spam, he just changed his build. The guy just changed his build. Not a single complaint, and then he won. It's not too bad. Oh, Alexander, thank you very much. 12 months. Yo, that's crazy. That's a whole year's worth. And some mansion fund. Slowly but surely. Just a little bit more, and then we got it. Easy mansion. Yeah, if you really want, like, if you really need a fighter lord, you can also go Lewin. I can't believe I forgot Lewin, but yeah. Lion Shield is just like, screw you, Doombolt. Because it's also stacked with the missile resist. Yeah, what if Doombolt caster costs 1k and your lord costs 3 and you're doing nothing? Yeah, this is like the equivalent of being like... You know, this is like... You're fighting dwarves and you're like, man, how am I supposed to beat dwarves with Cav Max when there's slayers? What am I supposed to do? I just can't kill the slayers with cavalry. Woe is me, this game is unbalanced. Okay, obviously you're not saying that quite so, but the idea is there. Some factions are going to have good counters. Dark Elves have a sniping spell. If you pick someone that is susceptible to sniping, that is your risk to take. And that's just kind of how it be sometimes. You gotta take risks. Attack speed enjoyer. Here we go. The gatekeeper. I really just gatekeep people from getting into my final Sonai. He's beast, man. Ah, hell yeah. Alright. It's attack speed enjoyer. They're pretty strong on beastmen. What counters do I want? I could do Empire Wagon shenanigans, but it's not that strong versus them. I would like to do, you know, let's go Vampire Counts. To use Vampire Counts Tomb Kings. If only Vampire Coast had chariots. And Slanesh. So I can play with the Slanesh chariots. Why not? Slayers are such a unique unit. I think they are, yeah. There's not a lot of other factions that have anything that's like Slayers. Burning Chariot? Ooh, yeah, at some point. At some point. We're kind of dabbling in all the chariots. The black coach is the BMW of Warhammer. Beastman versus Slanesh? What a mad lad. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm never gonna get to play Tomb Kings today, am I? Beastman versus Slanesh. This one is interesting. So, here's the thing about Beastman. They can kinda be annoying with their mobility and their mass amounts of infantry. What are we on? Bleak Spire, Labor Camp, Rapturous Expanse, Lost Temple. And Lost Temple. Hardest map to maneuver on. We're playing Slanesh, so let's do this. I can't believe it though. Mad Lad actually wants to face Slanesh. Are you crazy? Slanesh is my most banned faction, by the way, when people are up against me. When choosing who they do not want to face when playing against me, it's typically Slanesh because I think a lot of people feel like I have grinded them to quite an extreme level. The crazy thing is that I don't even play that much Slanesh. So maybe attack speed enjoyers caught on. And they're like, wait a second, Anticity's played like 2 Slanesh games in this whole month. And maybe they'll have some fun shenanigans for me. I do look forward to it. Beastmen, they do like to get a lot of infantry in. Like they can go for kind of a weird box play essentially here. They also have many ways to kill your cavalry between Flock of Doom and Malkots and the like. All things you kind of have to be wary of. It's not the end of the world if you get caught a bit, but you do have to be careful. At the end of the day, though, Beastmen are honestly not the craziest faction. Ever since the Centaur nerfs, they've always felt just a little bit lackluster. I haven't been extremely impressed with Beastmen as of late. But I'm ready for Attack Speed Enjoyer to bring something crazy. Let's see here. This is pretty good. This is a pretty good starter build. Do I want Devotees? They did get a very slight price reduction with the mod. And they have cool ranged shots. If I do run into the filthiest mega box I've ever seen. I just really don't know if they're good or not. They technically have 44 melee defense. I could have a bit of fun. I'm making it to the top 4 regardless, no matter what happens. So why not? Why not just have a little bit of fun? I see no problem with that. I see no issue at all. I wonder if we'll see kind of the Chosen strat, where he's like vigor boosting his units all day. Let's take a look at the players. So I'm number 1, attack speed's number 2, Potato Devil number 3, Pope Patty number 4. They're getting some wins, but we should be good. Cold One Chariot's good. Some people run them. I don't know why. I feel like Scourge runners are so much better. I don't think I ever see Daniken running Cold One Chariots, which makes me feel like they're not as good. Slayers are like bigger flagellants. Yeah. It's weird. Flagellants don't really have the oomph to make you respect them. It's a little sad. Is Doombolt a missile? It is a missile. Yeah, if the spell looks like a missile, it's probably a missile. But it needs to be small to be blocked by shields. So really only like Archer Fire, crossbows, and guns get blocked by shields. If it's not in that category, it probably pierces shields, but still gets blocked by missile resist. Ponty bought them for a while, but even he's given up on them? Okay. consensus is done then. Yeah, I see them pop up every once in a while, but never for the long run. Let's take the high ground advantage. I've taken Dakala because Dakala is hype. I've been using them a lot lately. A pretty good success because essentially they are the destroyer of boxes. Dakala is able to clear out a unit of elite infantry every 2 minutes. Like half of the HP off of infantry if you use the Whirlwind of Pleasure correctly. They don't even need all of the infantry. You just give them extra damage resist, and now you have an extremely tanky lord just running around killing everything. You got the usual, the fiends, who also got a price nerf, but everything's still basically just as strong as I remember from back in the day, which is pretty ludicrously strong. So first things first, we're gonna get that damage resist going. This lady got the Locus of Swiftness because sometimes you want just that little bit more speed. And these max mobility builds are perfect for catching out skirmish strats, but this is no skirmish strategy. Get a little bit of a split up here with the Cav. These are just Ungors, so I can out-capture away them. I just need to bring in the Fiends. If he chucks out a Flock of Doom, it barely does damage to Fiends, so I should be okay. Gonna take a little bit of an archer volley here. Tiny bit unfortunate, but I do manage to secure me the points. And I think it is time to start getting the work done with Dakala. Here we go. If there's nothing to punish her, and yeah, she can just do stuff like this. Oh, he's body blocking fairly well. Them spears being a little annoying. Get in there, Dakala, I believe in you. At least it's not that much I can do things. I'm gonna get a nice-ish whirlwind, but nothing too crazy. I just want it off cooldown though, first and foremost. There's obviously just a big old spear box that we're dealing with here. I'm not too worried though. Has a little bit of cavalry. Dakala is very, very tanky though. Let's reduce their melee attack to 0 real quick. And I see a couple opportunities here where maybe some archers are exposed. I'm gonna go for a bit of a play. I don't know how this will go though. Really depends. I need to get some routes off it, if at all possible. This sandwich is good though. And then kind of like chess, we have these units here to countercharge them when they try to save them. So they can't block the front line and defend against this at the same time. I just have to be careful that I don't accidentally stay for too long. But it appears I should be able to mostly escape with that speed boost. We've done a bit of damage to the archers and the like. But the trading is slightly down for me, unfortunately. So it's not a perfect world. It's not a perfect world. At least the call is still healthy. And I can get ready for my next big spell cast. Should be able to bully a couple Centaurs here. These guys are actually quite out of position too, these archers. I think I will make a play for them real quick. Big fiend charge straight through his dudes. Very nice. This should be pretty decent of a surround, unless he's able to bring in the cav or something to support it. And we're gonna see if we can get another Dakala blob, because I really want them whirlwinds. Because whirlwinds are where victories are made. Glorious murderage, very nice. Again, rear charge is like crazy here. Absolute crazy amounts of rear charging. And Dakala is ready for the next blob. If I can get a big enough blob here, the value could be so through the roof. But I need it to hit just right. Like Dakala needs to be in the blob entirely. So far so good. Damage to these Centaurs is nice. It's still not quite the blob that I'm looking for though. Whoops. Okay, so we have some units overextending. I can definitely get some Slongors there to clean up. Come on. I'm gonna use that potion for sure to reduce their melee attack so my guys can get out. It's a pretty good blob. Oh, glorious. Glorious, absolutely glorious. All right. So that's pretty solid. The Kala gets the mega murderage going. Routes off some units. Beautiful. Next up, I gotta kill these guys. A little bit of cavalry. A tiny bit exposed. We can definitely catch them out. This is why I love the Kala, by the way. Obviously, the mask is real strong, but the Kala can make some insane plays. He just summoned infantry, so that means he doesn't have cavalry to bring in. And that means I can just overwhelm this. I should just be able to punch straight through here and get it done. Does the Kala cause terror? The Kala does cause terror. That's insane. That's going to be quite helpful. The mass routes abound. Malagor going to get a pretty nice flock of doom, but we're kind of all over this situation right now. It's pretty nice because Slanesh usually doesn't have good terror causing tools. And now I'm building up my army abilities. So that's kind of where the end is nigh. Once I get enough army abilities going, things can go very badly for my dear opponent. So like if he summons some cavalry, I can just net him with narcissism. All that good stuff. We're gonna secure ourselves a capture point over here. Can I catch these guys? The Centaurs, I don't think so. Come on. There we go. All right, there's the net. And then we bully him. I hit the wrong unit though. Very unfortunate. And he's gonna get a nasty flock of doom on me. It's okay though. As long as I route these guys off, I'm happy. And the Dakala late game will certainly get some work done. Whoop, gotta be careful though. Dakala's kind of out of position. The Centaur spam is real. The thing is though, if they can't maneuver, they're just gonna get countercharged into oblivion. Here comes the Dakala with a big old whirlwind to rout off those Ungors right there and do some damage to the cavalry too. And then I should be able to rout them off and then bounce over to these Ungor spearmen to get them dead. Value trading though is kind of close though. We have to be a little careful. I personally think we're still very much in the clear, but yeah, I gotta be just a smidge wary, right? We gotta get proper disengages here. Here comes another unit of cavalry. I can bully them though. I have one last use of this elixir to reduce their melee attack to nothing. Okay, and then we're just gonna spam Forsaken. But yeah, these guys, zero melee attack effectively. And then I have a million army ability here to farm up. There you go. Yo, that ability is actually kind of insane. It's kind of good. Let's start using them army abilities here too. Okay. We're gonna net these guys down. Yo, the call's taking like no damage. Oh, yeah, fiends with the charge boost are so crazy in terms of the damage they can deal. Is pretty nice. Now we just spam Hellstriders. So another flock of doom is coming. I don't know if I can dodge it in time, but I might as well try. Do our best. Just he gets a flock of doom. It's not the end of the world. There's gonna be a lot of cavalry coming in, but if I maintain the triple cap, I'm happy. He still doesn't have anything for Dakala. Usually, the thing is, like, usually people bring pretty lackluster lords to Slanesh, or ones that can get shot to death. It just makes Dakala so nice as a little just annoying counter unit. It's just gonna sit there on top of his units forever, essentially. And the Hellstrider spam is definitely gonna be a big issue. I do have yet another whirlwind too. So I'm gonna have to be a little careful. I can go for all the infantry, actually. Yeah, look at this. Oh, gotta just maneuver myself in. There we go. Goodbye, Koroks, man rippers. So that massive shock damage plus a rear charge, if that doesn't rout him, I don't know what will. This is why we like that speed boost on these guys. Should be able to help them catch the cavalry. There we go. Koroks, man rippers are all dead. Actually, everything's basically dead. And I think I'm gonna get Dakala into damage mode now because we're kind of heading into the late game. And they're at too high HP. They really should be more aggressively fighting. But yeah, this is just a little too much. Though, did the Koroks man rippers hold? No, they're gone, man. They took massive damage. They got positively wrecked. And that's gonna be it. GG. Well played. GG, well played. I can't believe he picked Slanesh. Brutal. Devastating. Spin to win. The call got 324 kills. Technically did not pay for herself. But the terror was really good, and the potions reducing melee attack was really good. 5 melee attack Centigores. It was kind of perfect for disengaging. You can see like these Bestigors got no damage. Malagor got pretty good value. He's just a good lord because he provides leadership. Attack speed and joy actually played with him pretty well. But none of these units got any leverage on me. Like almost no units actually paid for themselves. Technically, no, one of my fiends got pretty ludicrous value. And we got the Hellstriders cooking it up. We got the Furies cooking it up. Slongors having the time of their lives. Very fun. Oh crap, I forgot Chariots. I forgot Chariots. Oh, that's kind of my bad. I was too locked in because I was facing attack speed enjoyer. Why no spin on the Bestigors? I was saving them for last. Is a scrap launcher worthwhile? It's a chariot. True, I should play Ogre Kingdoms. Is it worthwhile though? I don't know. For forgetting the chariots, I'm on it. I can't believe I've done such a thing. Oh, alright, that's 5. But yeah, you spin to win on the pressing issues first. The Bestigors, the counter to them is just avoiding them. And watch as they kind of walk around, sadly, trying to catch your 90 speed units. How's it going? Very good. We're 4-0. Though only 3 of those games actually use chariots. One more. Ooh. Oh, all right. That's good. The good old anti-sedentary measures are working well. Got to be brave enough to meme on the pros too. I actually just straight up forgot. It was not a conscious decision. How much val did the call get? About 1,800. The whirlwind you need to have. This one I think is actually... I've been underrating it. This thing saved my butt in a ton of blob fights. It's pretty cool. Like, the collar is actually an insane blob buster. You actually, if you go into a blob fight, and there's the whirlwind, there's terror, there's this elixir. It also removes immune to psychology, too. So you can probably time it. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. In 10 seconds. But I believe that's the contact effect. So for 19 seconds, the call-out will keep landing hits. You're basically guaranteed to get at least 25 seconds of they deal no damage to you. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And it's 3 uses. Oh man, that's some good stuff. Yeah, giving minus 100 attack alone is a really big effect. You have to time it well though with the caller's charge animation. Because contact effects, you need to actually hit the unit for it to work. If you're just in melee, it won't trigger until your next attack. Scrap launcher never pays for itself. What if I micro really hard? The thing is, Dekala for Tzeentch is nice, but Tzeentch as a rush faction is not. So, like, it's definitely good, but, like, it's the same thing if you put Alberic on Tzeentch. Alberic's just not the same without a support cav. Oh, it's attack speed enjoyer again. It's attack speed again. What are the maps? Cursed Oasis, Bray Valley, and Hashut's Oil Fields. All very big maps. Slanesh again? No, I should mix it up. Tomb Kings, Vampire Counts. These are kind of big maps. It makes it quite risky. I actually wait. Let me see. Cursed Oasis is good. Bray Valley's okay. Hashut's Oil Fields. Okay, I'll just ban Oil Fields. Tomb King's Vampire Counts. And who else has a chariot? Corn Chariots. He'll wreck me if I play Corn. Ogres, he beat me last time I played Ogres here. It'd be pretty funny going Tzeentch. But Tzeentch is not super happy facing Beastmen. Could go Chaos. But the Chariot's just rough. Greenskins. Do I go for the green boys? Kislev? I could go Empire. And then what? I'd be on Cursed Oasis. Beastmen are kind of nice into Empire though. I could go Dark Elves again. I quite liked the Scourge Runner chariots. Pump wagons cook. Pump wagons are insane. They are indeed. All right, Tomb King's Vampire Counts and Dark Elves. I imagine he's gonna pick Dark Elves. It's the last time he wanted to face Slanesh. But we will see. Does anyone know if Malagor is fast enough to dodge Doombolt? I know Alarielle is fast enough / her hitbox is weirdly placed. What is attack speed going to go for? If he picks like something like Tomb Kings, then we have a real interesting game. Same with Vampire Counts. He can dodge it? Malagor? Dang it. Malekith on a chariot? Ooh. That's honestly pretty funny. Malekith can sometimes be a little too slow to support his army. If he's on his dragon all the time. Danican only in specific situations will put Malekith on a dragon. Spell spam Malekith is still hyped though. Chadikith. I feel like Malekith is definitely the coolest out of the bunch. Like Marathi meta is kind of whatever. Hellebron meta is kind of cool. Malice meta is like kind of cool, but like nobody beats Malekith. He chooses Dark Elves. Who would have guessed? Let's see here. I'll ban Bray Valley. Don't want to play on the map that is literally named after a Beastman location. That seems like a terrible idea. Malekith on a cold one chariot. Is that even... does that do anything? Is that at all useful? It's kind of hard to tell. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, this feels pretty good. Attack speed enjoyer. What are they gonna do? They're an infantry player for sure. Expect the infantry. Is there a map with a home? Where it's the home field for the faction, but it's terrible for them? I'm trying to think. Rapturous Expanse is okay for Slaanesh. It has some trees, which is nice. The Tzeentch map is ginormous, which is pretty good for their spell kiting. Are there any vampire counts? Is Edge of the Darkwood a vampire counts map? No, right? Because it's high elves. There's high elves there. Ogres don't really care about the map terrain. Only Greasus? That's how you win hearts and minds. That's for sure. Let's see here. Do I want this? Maybe not. Maybe not. Well, let's just try this. I'm kind of curious. And then what else? Gotta make sure I don't get rushed into oblivion. Gotta make sure I have lots of these guys. What if he goes Minotaur spam? What if the guy just masses 1,000,000 Minotaurs? Is that immediate death for me? You know, I kind of loved the Executioners when I was losing as vampire counts against Danican. Maybe Executioners are hypier. What else is there? What else do I want? I feel like I have good enough build. Let's just do this. Blood Arena's pretty bad for corn. Oh, there you go. Yeah, the specifically the Blood Arena one. I think 2 of the corn maps. So like the only one that is okay for corn is the one that's kind of like in like open dirt. And there's trees on there. That one is okay for corn because it's fairly close rush distances. But yeah, the arena and the brass keep or whatever that map is called, that one's pretty bad. Well, both of them are pretty bad because you just have these huge open killing zones where you get shot up. Corn chariots. That's is a tractor a chariot? What's the definition of a chariot? Does it have to be a machine of war? What are we looking at? Masters on chariots to support Malekith. I kind of just went Scourge Runners. Very vanilla. But why not? Alright. Yo, Pope Patty. I might have to face Pope Patty in the finals. Oh boy. What's the best ogre lore of Magic? I've seen them run, I don't know if it's the best, but I have seen them run the fun, also by the way, Horse Malekith. I've seen them do some work with the what's it? The lightning lore of heavens. Lore of heavens is cool because it can just do so much damage to infantry and it kills artillery. That's 2 things that ogres can sometimes have trouble with. The infantry a little less so, because Lead Belchers exist, but sniping artillery, absolutely. Uranian Thunderbolt is very important. Comet spam? Comet spam. I haven't seen a comet in ages. If it hits, though, it's crazy damage. For 13 winds of magic, it's great. It just kind of has to hit. However. Bada bing, bada boom. You know what? You're gonna go all the way there, unless I can swap this out. Nice. Okay, so what we got? Some doggos, some warhounds, and the like. You got some infantry. It's a big old mobility build. Nothing too crazy going on there. Interesting. He's just going for it. He's just going for it. Gets a charge on the assassin, but not much damage overall. Is that that's a Doom Bolt. Sure, I'll take it. All right, the question is, can we stop this big push? Big hit. Big hit on the Doom Bolt. Medusa is getting caught in combat. That's not too bad, though. Just keep on pulling back. We'll get the Web of Shadows going. Get a little bit of deep sin. Then I'll just keep running into the horizon. This honestly ain't looking too good for him, actually. Medusa's kind of just chilling. And that assassin actually got so much work done with that pullback maneuver. Whew, alright, big route. That's gonna soften up his ability to get any amount of work done on me. It's a great time to Doom Bolt that Lord again while we're here. Very nice, we routed off the dogs. Then we can start focus firing the Lord. Big damage. Yeah, Doom Bolt is nasty old ability. Just have to be a little careful about these guys. The cavalry coming on in, but I have lots of units at my disposal. If I can just kill off all the mobility, I'm pretty good, pretty in the clear, I feel. Because Malekith basically has infinite magic here. That's nasty. I don't know if he's gonna expect that. Oh, those poor Ungors. Yeah, the assassin debate. The mega assassin debate over there. Absolutely brutal. And now we run down his forces. I got lots of chariots at my disposal. We can shoot at the Centaurs over here. Get them dead. Just have to be a little wary, and I have to make sure I don't run out of time here. It can be very easy running out of time. Medusa has overextended slightly, actually. I think I actually want the executioners right now. Crazy as that sounds. But they would truly be magnificent. That should be pretty nasty too, by the way. Oh, Blade Wind. Oh, the Blade Wind. It murdered everything. Yo, what a spell, bro. What a spell. I can't believe it. Yeah, I gotta run Blade Wind more often, man. That thing's insane. Jeez. 3k value lead. I actually have so much time left too. Oh man, Malekith is just, he's drinking up the magic. I gave him the extra item that gives him even more magic, because why not? Why not have a bit of fun? Bada bing, bada boom. Very nice. This lady has a Dark Star cloak. And can he save his Lord? It's a real question. Nope. I think that double hit him too. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Malekith has 156 kills. We're 4 minutes in and he's already paid for himself. Honestly, Malekith is kind of a sick spellcaster. And there goes that Lord. He ain't coming back. No, he is. He is coming back. Crazy. Okay, here's the thing though. I have executioners coming. This is like everything that Danican likes to bring. At least from what I've seen him use. You know, the Scourge Runners and the like. It's all there. Okay, gotta be a little careful about this fight though. I don't have the Malekith support. He's still busy killing off that that caster over there. And that's kind of required. I really don't want that caster to come back. Just gonna let the executioners do their thing. There you go, caster's gone. Then I should be able to secure this point. And the question is, can I win this game in time? I do need to play pretty quickly here if I want this to go well. Okay, he's hitting me up with the chariots now. That's kind of nasty. I'm gonna start spamming units over here. I do need to think about getting a point soon. He's fully committed though. And that means that this should be a pretty good spell cast. There you go. Oh, I accidentally got the passive too. Okay, no, it's over. With the passive, nothing here is going to be able to survive. The executioners are simply too crazy. I just got to get my Medusa in here. And then I'll be okay. Very nice. Point is secured, and I still have lots of time. We basically just played for the hard value this game. I played super hard for the value, and it paid off. Then I'm going to see if I can sneak Malekith over here to get that Lord Snipe. I very much want it. And if I can just secure it, he's dead. Scourge Runners did good at providing mass too, by the way. And he escapes. Lord does manage to run. Unfortunately for attack speed, though, he is extremely low on the units. And it's just a matter of time before I get the last point. In fact, I have so much time. I have basically entire battle's worth of time left. We are swimming in magic, too. There's another Blade Storm. And another one. And another one. Yeah, so I just need to mop up these guys, and then we're good. Honestly, the Assassin brings so much more than I thought he would. I can see why Danican likes the Assassin now. The guy's kind of insane. And Dark Elf's feeling positively powerful these days. Truly a terrifying faction. Whoop. Gotta be careful with Malekith, though. He's got to start saving up for more Soul Stealers. Chariots charging into the skirmish cab. Very nice. Then I'll just get a big old Soul Stealer over here. Very nasty. That's gonna hit units while they retreat too. And I can use the Chariot to just blitz through this infantry here. I just need enough to swing the tide of this battle my way. But you gotta be real here. I have so much time. Attack speed and Jorah knows it. GG. Well played. Very nice. Oh, Pope Patty didn't make it. No Pope Patty. He threw the semis. Well, which means we're facing Jimmy Lisinge. Dang. But yeah, Medusa was great. Assassin was great. We basically just buffered the charge. Malekith is insane. Malekith is like the best spellcaster in the game. I don't know why I did not spam him all the time before. The guy is made out of magic and murdering. You can snipe lords. You can kill infantry. He can heal himself. What can Malekith not do? It's just straight up all the things. All the things are there for him, man. He's so strong. I should play way more Dark Elves. That was crazy. Coursers were great. Executioners, pretty good. We got to run Executioners. I hope that's enough to make Danican proud. Yo, all right. Got my opponent. The Gore's got over 20 kills in between them. Not bad. Oh, man. Yeah, I basically got a really aggressive kite. I think he wanted to jump the chariots, but ended up overextending a little bit. It's a tough position. Okay, so they're playing Lizardmen. Okay, for the last time today, Tomb Kings. They're in the thumbnail. I gotta get them going. Tomb Kings. Ogre Kingdoms, I can't. I would have to use the Iron Blasters, which is funny. Maybe I do Tomb Kings Ogres and do some Iron Blaster action. Although I've already played Ogres versus Jimmy before. Empire doesn't have chariots. Vampire counts would have to use the black coaches, which is a little weird. I could bring in Warriors of Chaos, I guess. I could do greenskins. You know what? Let's do some greenskins for the Dangler. If I can't win this with pump wagons, what am I doing, right? Tomb Kings, greenskins, and Zinch, maybe? Zinch? No, they got Tempest. No. I could do Kislev. Zinch. I mean, Tomb Kings, greenskins, and Kislev. What a lineup. No more Dark Elves today. We need a palate cleanser after that murdering. Do High Elves? Ooh, High Elves would have been fun. So many factions, man. Although I don't fancy my High Elves versus Lizardmen. He chooses greenskins. I'll ban Itza. Alright. We're gonna play on Madhouse or Whirling Maelstrom. What does he want? Orc Boar chariots. They do pump wagons count as chariots? They do. So I can still run the boar chariots. Run one of each chariot. Okay, so flappers are really good. The boar chariots are to be experimented with. The wolf chariots are also to be experimented with. These ones have 110 speed. I gotta try it. I have to, man. Yeah, board chariots are cool, absolutely. I think there's a more elite board chariot, wasn't there? No, it's just board chariots. I was thinking Beastmen, I think. He wants to go Madhouse, the big map. Okay. Generally speaking, big maps are an advantage to me because it gives me space to maneuver. Let us see what my opponent decides to do. There's only one greenskin lord that has a chariot. The original... the original Greasus. Let's see here. What else is cool? Magic-wise, Lizardmen rely on their Cold One Knights, Cold One Riders. Very, very hard. So if you bully them, you're kind of fine. So I got my chariot crew now. What? Now what do I want to do? I still have to assemble a normal greenskin build, unfortunately. Just fanatic spam again. I do love fanatic spam, but against Lizardmen, it's a little awkward. They're pretty fast. Goblin Lord Chariot? You guys really want to see the worst of the worst. I'm already running the T-Frobus. Surely that's enough. Surely that's enough. Yo, I can try the Black Orc Big Boss on his free War Boar. Apparently, he's pretty bad. Apparently, he's not that great, but... you know, this is my mod. We gotta see for ourselves. Wait, Orc War Boss has a chariot? Oh, just... the Lord variant has a chariot. That's wild. Never mind. I thought Grom was the only one. Dangler with the crazy greenskin knowledge check. So, okay. I think I think greenskins, they basically gotta go for the standard fare. As much as I think it'd be cool to try out some crazy shenanigans, the faction really doesn't have that much going on. You know, like some archers, some infantry, that's greenskins. Do I want fanatics though? Nah, I think I have to skip on the fanatics. They're so good versus a lot of other factions, but just not here. I probably need something in case we see just a giant monster and we're gonna get monster mashing. Like if there's a Shredder of Lustria or something, you gotta make sure you don't die there. Are Forest Goblin Spider Riders good versus Lizardmen? Never enough. You know, most people just spam Squig Herd, right? Spider Riders are a unit that feel like they should be great, but I never get much done with them. They're technically the same price as a dog unit. What's their mass? Do they have cav mass? 700 mass. So they have way less mass. That's probably why the charges feel so weak. Good to know. Well, I'll settle for this then. Let's try it. It's gonna be a weird game. Sweet, cool banner. Only Spider Riders when there's a forest. I guess that makes sense. All right, I got 4 chariots and a dream. Has my chariot micro improved? I don't think so. I think my chariot micro still leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just I just don't have like the ticking clock to remind me to keep going back to the chariots. Also, by the way, we're still doing DLC raffles and like, make sure to get your replays in. And if you want me to cast a replay, just message me. Message me and we will go ahead and cast it. If not, I'll probably just pick a random one from today. But yeah, at the like 15 minutes after this game is when we'll do the raffle. Tomb Kings when? I think we did do a Tomb Kings tryharding. Unless you mean like today, in which case I tried getting some Tomb Kings action, but people kept banning them. So I actually was not able to get the Tomb Kings chariot shenanigans going. War boss is here. We got the variety stack of chariots. Single entity chariots, pump chariots, normal chariots, garbage chariots. It's all there. In all its glory, in all its horror. Grom de Ponch is probably the best one here. The pump wagons are probably second best. It's gonna be 10 units for my opponent. If I feel like I need more infantry, I can bring them in. If I feel like it's gonna be a long game, we always got the rock lobbers. Many an option. StarCraft 2 release trailer, it had a big impact on young me, all right. Yo, man, I was so excited for StarCraft 2. In another world, I'd be a StarCraft gamer. 10 units, 3. Got some stealth boys. We got a Coatl of all things with Uranans. That's pretty cool, actually. Props to them. Is there a Shredder of Lustria that I missed somewhere? Am I gonna get shredded? No, it's too many units. He's just stealthing the Mazdamundi. It's a good thing I got this war boss here. Mazdamundi does have a net. You gotta be careful that Grom the Paunch don't die. Maybe I can bait it out though. So Lucky Banner is height. Because it just makes Grom completely and utterly indestructible. Get him, Grom. Kerblamo. That was a weak chariot charge. That did nothing. Alright, keep on. The guy heals, he'll be okay. Coatl's doing its bestest. Master Mundi just running around. Can I get the charge in though? The boy chariots, they're in. Hey, these ones are fast enough to actually jump those skinks quick fast. Wow, quite a bit of damage. But I think he's about to chuck out a net on him. Smart of my opponent to hold on to that net there. But my guys are still in combat. They're doing great. I do have that Buna cooking. Okay. Damage value is not the greatest thing I've ever seen. These guys are... Oh, wow. What was that? Lightning bolt. Okay, that was pretty brutal. And Grom the Paunch is left all alone. This was a bad fight. That was a slightly, possibly suboptimal fight. My chariots... They did not do nearly as well as I thought they would. Now, many of them will rally. That's good. But yes, that was definitely an awkward moment. Let's play the long con here. Let's reset a little bit. He managed to lightning bolt the chariot. I don't know. Something did insane damage. A little bit of lag. Still playable though. Barely. Okay, I'm gonna use the chariots to like threaten this capture point. Grom's gonna be fine as long as he doesn't get hit by the Croxagores. He's good. Okay. Oh, I pulled a little too far away with these guys. They gotta help out the archers from the Coatl. That would be mighty awkward if I were to lose my stuff there. Is that a banishment? Is that a dodgeable banishment? It's a chain lightning from the Coatl. Yo, the Coatl is Coatl's kind of cooking. I think it's still not too bad though if I can hold this line properly. Just gonna try and route the Rugloods, but with Grom's support, I think we're still okay. I have the Bunes. We do certainly have the Bunas. It's so hard to micro chariots and my cavalry at the same time. The netted again. Brutal, man. Brutally cunning this guy is. Okay, he's gonna get a little bit of work in. That's okay. As long as the front line holds, I'll be fine. Come on, how long is that net? It's gonna wear off only now. Brutal. Alright, can I kill off that cohort of Coatl though? So we're gonna need to pull back the chariots, pull back all the boys. My ranged are still alive, most importantly. Grom the Paunch is still cooking. And if I kill off the big beast, maybe it'll all be alright. Value trading is not atrocious, thank goodness. I thought it was gonna be just the worst. But Greenskins have pretty good units for killing off these elite boys. Coatl is certainly getting punished, and the Sacred Croxagores, who are usually so amazing here, they're just being bullied. I will say that Buna got a lot of work done. Without a solid Buna here, this could have been so much worse. Okay, nice. So the question is, can I carry out the victory with some sick plays? Because I do have another Buna. I need to get these chariots in. So Flappas are in. Nice, that's a Lord kill. This is the boar chariot. Unfortunately routed. Oh my goodness, a pump wagon charge though. Dude. Alright. And pump wagons take the cake for absurd chariot. Oh, look at that flank. Look at the chariot flank. It's cooking. It's helped out with some cavalry, but man, was that a mass rout and a half. And there's the big spell on his Cold One Knights. We'll hit him with the Bunes to stop him from getting in there. And I think at the end of the day, having all your archers survive like this is just going to be a bit too much for the Lizardmen. I did forget to summon some cavalry because we were busy microing. But it does not matter. Master Mundi is routed. And the battle is mine. Took a very strong fight with the Rugloods. These guys got 500 value. These guys got 750. They basically just posted up and killed everything, while the Buna secured the situation. Master Mundi is dead. And we have successfully gate kept again. The Black Orc Big Boss got 166 value, but he does provide +8 melee attack with the Brass Cleaver. So he probably helped the blob fight a bit. Do I think he's an amazing character? No. I think I would have been better off with some cavalry, but you know, we can pretend that the Brass Cleaver buff was insane. Think about it, right? Everyone's getting +8 melee attack. He's like a Grail Relique. He's like a really expensive Grail Relique. You think greenskins would actually be insane with Grail Relique or no? It was 1800 versus 3600. As in, like, I was behind or my opponent was behind? Because it felt like it was not going well in the early game. Those nuts were devastating. Should be able to just charge these guys and kill them. They're too low, so they're probably just gonna rout. Buna, man. Buna's where it's at. On 2 casts, I get 1,200. On 4 casts, it would be 2,400. Which means you're getting amazing value. Very lucky, 13-13. GG, well played. Grail Relique would be kind of nuts for greenskins. Would Grail Relique be nuts for everyone? Jeez, the Flappas. Hey, the T-Farmers got an amount of gold. The Borbor Chariots got 600. That's not bad. Grom with the 2k though. Unfortunately, this Coatl, it was cool. I dig it. But it was not enough. He didn't have the single entity killing power. And the Skinks just got murdered after they got their javelins off. The biggest loss was the cohort of Coatl. The unit is insane if it's not being rear charged and surrounded. It needs support from Skinks and the like to do well. His cavalry just got deleted. So the great thing about Buna into Lizardmen is that it kills Salamanders, it kills Coldwind Riders, kills Coldwind Spear Riders, which means the only thing they can bring in are like feral cold ones. It screws over Lizardmen super hard because their cavalry, or because their faction relies on these heavy hitters. You're just denying the top units. Nice. Congratulations to me, I guess. You would kill for a relique? Just give everyone a Grail Relique. Would that have a bigger impact than giving everyone a Dreadmaw? Probably not as much. If everyone had a Dreadmaw, all Kite would be significantly weaker. Good stuff though. I am going to pick a random replay. Let's look at Leyenda, who played Khorne versus Skaven. This should be cool. So I want to see this. Replays. Khorne versus Skaven. You can mod that in? Nah, we're good. I don't want to be adding units and such. Already too busy with just hosting 5 tournaments a week. Give that effect to the... Oh my gosh, yo, Rogue Idol could totally use a bigger buff. It'd be cool, like, to have a unit that just globally buffs everything in domination. You're just spending... It's like buying upgrades in other games, right? Come on, it'd be sick. Alright, let's take a look. So, Khorne player here, playing very cagey. I like it. So, not getting too aggressive is good, because you want to fight your opponent kind of in the middle of the field. Doggy misplay though. Ooh, big charge from that guy. Getting the Wolf Rat play in. Wolf Rats are a very hard unit to micro, so nice to see them here in this new player match. Gonna see a little bit of a flank here. A little bit of a missed charge. Charges are pretty important. So a little bit of a lapse in micro. If you have a hard time controlling a lot of infantry, you can always go a bit more elite. Get some Wrathmongers so that it's easier. Because if you ever have a situation where you're blobbing, it would have been better to just have a unit that is more elite. Monstrous units can blob though on infantry, but Yeah, you can see the big punish. Oh my gosh, that guy getting some big hits. Yeah, I think honestly, you get some Wrathmongers here. You get some Corn Warriors maybe. You'd be a lot better off. But Skaven doing pretty well. Now, here's the thing. Skaven late game's still pretty garbage. As good as that spell cast was, Corn does still have the value. And he's gotten the sick little explosion ability here. Murderous Exhortations. Which is basically a mega leadership debuff. It lasts 20 seconds. You don't see it too often. But it's pretty nice. Oh, we do have some Wrathmongers here too. They need to get in the fight. Every second they're not fighting is time you're not gaining loads of value. There's going to be more magic coming in from Iket. Overall, I like both builds. But how is Khorne going to continue? Cultists of Khorne, kind of just chilling. If he gets murdered by the Jezzails, that'd be bad. Because you need him to use his Gate of Khorne summon. That's actually one of the most important abilities for this build. Do not sleep on that. Because you need it to disrupt these range units. Skaven, if they only have melee units, they're just dead. Now, basically nothing you can do. Oh, wow. Okay, Fury's going for the Warp Lightning Cannon. A little risky because units can be summoned in. But the Mutant Rat Ogre means that there's going to be fewer dogs. Oh, no, there are some dogs here. It's going to be a little rough. He will kill the cannon, though, so it's not the end of the world. And Howling Warp Gale was cast too late. One thing you could do to fight this a bit better, you charge in with one Fury. And then when the dogs go in, you rear charge in with the second Fury, and you break them off. Two Furies stacked, I don't know if they actually killed the Warp Lightning Cannon that much faster. But this is generally good. Obviously, we're not seeing like mega optimal plays, but Khorne is playing for the win conditions. You can see here, Skaven are now dramatically down on their range units, which they need to trade up with. And they're on the run with their Jezzails. So all Khorne realistically has to do now is keep spamming melee units. And just make sure that they find the correct fights. Now, there's going to be a little bit of a misplay here. Quite a big one where the Minotaurs are getting caught by Storm Vermin. A lot of this is going to be about, target allocation. Because even though Skaven are quite fast, Khorne is fast enough to catch them. Good pull away. There's going to be a little bit of over chasing too. So this Clan Rat Spear is worth about 50 gold in the state, maybe less. You're chasing them with 300 gold worth of Marauders, and then they're going to have to come back. Wouldn't it be amazing if you had some Marauders here? That's going to be pretty rough. But here's the thing. Khorne kind of just have big issues that Skaven can't solve right now. Yes, the value trading is bad, but Skaven need an answer to the Wrathmongers. They need an answer to the infantry. And I would expect this to start coming back unless Skaven can properly solve things. They're going to bring in some big monsters to try and uptrade in the melee fight. But then Khorne's just going to go for the doggos. Very smart play. The idea being, these guys can eventually win the slow grind. But these ones will win a fight much faster because they'll kill the ranged, they'll kill the infantry, and these guys are stuck either chasing a lord or stuck on infantry themselves. A little bit of a misplay though. Lets the Jezzails desummon and charges the monsters with his mobility. That's going to be a little rough, but the Jezzail desummon is still good. At least it's off the battlefield, and it's just a melee fight now. It's just Khorne melee versus Skaven melee. Warp Lightning Crew is back, but it can be pretty easily shut down. So in theory, Khorne is at a mega advantage. The only thing that's a little awkward is that these Mutant Rat Ogres can fight pretty well. If you don't think you can kill them, you have to kill everything else as fast as you can. You can see they're pretty slow at taking out even the Minotaurs. And a good charge here. Khorne slowly building back the value. They also have a triple cap, which is going to put extra pressure on the Skaven to have them make misplays. And it's going to be a solid charge on the Warp Lightning Cannons. All very good so far. I think Skaven is also playing pretty well, but I think the Warp Lightning Cannons are getting caught a little too often. Their range units should not be desummoning. I think there's a little too aggressive desummoning for the Skaven. You can actually leave your skirmishers on the field too. Because if you think about it, they cost about as much as They're about as effective as a clan rat, and if you desummon them, you get less than a clan rat's worth. So you might as well keep them on the field so they can like capture points and the like. The Giselles especially, if you cut one rat ogre, one mutant rat ogre, and get a normal unit of rat ogres, they can just defend the Giselle. They can park and just shoot at the Wrathmongers, which is the real killer here. Though I will say if those warp lightning cannons kill them, that would be pretty nasty. Don't line up your infantry, man. You gotta go wide, man. This is like Napoleon 101. Somehow, some way they make it because there's trees blocking the artillery. Oh my goodness, that was terrifying. That was absolutely terrifying. Those Wrathmongers were just asking to get mulched by a warp lightning cannon. But all right, we got it done. It's all good. Wrathmongers have made it to the fight. All they gotta do is stay in combat now. You can try catching the Lord, but they're not gonna kill them. They're much better off just staying in melee. Wrathmongers in melee are always going to win as long as it's not like cycle charging. They will just uptrade, so this is a perfect place for them. That's because they have immune to flanking, by the way. So it's really hard to get a tactical advantage against them. Unless you get in some big charges. Now in this case the dogs get in there, but this is still good. They're happy to fight. Lord's very low though. I will say this game is very close, by the way. Khorne does win on 2 points. In fact, they win on 1 point. Wait, no. No, they don't. I'm crazy. But yeah, this is actually a really pitched battle. This is actually pretty fun. Look at this.
The enemy has captured one of your victory points. Take it back.
Nice. I got my Warhammer League game scheduled. But yeah, look at this. It's actually pretty pitched. Now Khorne's gonna summon in more infantry. That's not too bad. They should be able to win it, but the Lord gets a little too close to it. But will he die? Guy has some crazy spell resist. He's at 350 HP. There's mutant rat ogres, you can see, they're just so slow at getting their value back. Oh, and he barely routs. He's gonna live, but he is now off the battlefield. And okay, now we get to talk about point play. So currently, Khorne does win on a 1 cap if they couldn't hold this for a few more seconds. So that's pretty good for him. But they need to make sure they don't overcommit to points. So you see how these dogs all went here? And now they're going to die to some clan rats in a surround. Even though you want to get this objective, that doesn't mean you can get the objective. If your opponent has a bunch of infantry or supporting units coming in, it's never worth it to try and get an objective that you're not going to get. And that's going to set Khorne back pretty far now. You're really starting to feel that value difference. Had those units run away fully and kind of camped here, then Skaven would have to leave units in reserve to defend the point, which is a nice win. But with all of them dead, Skaven can just push forwards. Point over here is gonna be taken though. Well, immune rag ogres barely getting on there. And okay, we're in a big late game now. The problem, I think Khorne is just lost. I think they weren't able to they weren't able to shut down the units fast enough. And there was quite a bit of a push into the Skaven backfield. But they got their mobility shut down, and Skaven got a slightly stronger melee force. That might just be it. I will say, it's pretty rough for Khorne sometimes. They don't have a lot of strong single entities. And probably the only way they could have won it is if they just put on way more pressure and stay on the triple cap for longer. That probably would have required a lot more different play though. Like after these guys showed up, that's basically when you had an opportunity to make a bunch of plays on the infantry. But at this point, it's just a little too late. Single entities kind of put like a timer on you. I really thought it was going to go better for Khorne though, but I guess it was losing like almost like, actually yeah, like 2,000 gold here worth of flesh hounds. Pretty rough. And there's a triple cap. Not too bad though. A lot of people might look at this game in the value trading and say that it's actually pretty bad for Khorne. But if you think about it, They only needed to hold the triple cap for 1 more minute and they would have won. So it's actually not too bad. I dig the corn play. There was definitely early game that could have bought that extra minute. A little bit of blobbing on the infantry. A little bit of issues jumping the ranged and getting the flank on. But a fun game. Unfortunately for Corn though, the Skaven have declared victory. And that'll be it. GG! So now it's time for the raffle if it hasn't been done yet. Storm, you know what to do. A fun match. Love seeing the Blood Speaker. I don't know if this cultist got his summon off though. Usually you don't send him into the back line, you just send him into the front line and use the summon to dive the back line. Because you're kind of trying to get the summon as fast as possible. Wrathmongers would good. I would honestly go a little bit more elite. Since the infantry is blobbing up a bit too much. That's a sign that the micro is being pressed a little too hard. For Skaven, the Warp Lightning Cannons are cool. Gotta make sure they don't stay in the trees. And if you focus on defending your ranged a little harder, you can actually crush it. Now, the Rat Ogres did win the game, but that's mostly because of Corn misplays. You really gotta use this unit to win. The Natty Buboes are your win condition. So if they can just use all of their ammunition and stay safe, you win. Like, that's just how the game be. Especially if you have extra ranged firepower supporting them too. You just have to keep them alive and just drain all the ammo. And I wouldn't some of the Night Runners. I think they're better staying in the combat. Like, let's look at it. You get about like, let's say you get like 900 gold from desummoning them. It's like, would you rather have 4 Night Runners or 1 Rat Ogre? 4 Night Runners without ammo or 1 Rat Ogre? I think 1 Rat Ogre is better. I mean, worse. I think it's worse. Because you can do a lot with the infantry support. Especially body blocking. For the rest of your ranged, it's great. Build, though, is great, though. I liked it very much. And I think that's going to be it. Raffle's been raffled. Amazing. I am going to go tap out for today, then. If you guys want to sign up for tournaments and get raffles for DLCs, all you got to do is head over to the Discord. There's some sick stuff explaining all the steps you gotta do. It's pretty simple though. You just message a bot that you want to play the tournament and it will tell you next steps. Nice and easy. However, I'm going to see if I can raid somebody. Is Sotek streaming? I see Mercy the Mad. Sotek is not streaming. Let's just raid Mercy the Mad. Why not? Oh, he's not. He's playing Bannerlord. Whoops. Why did it suggest Mercy's channel when it's not even Warhammer? I guess I do raid Mercy a lot. Well, anyways, if you like their content and you're interested in Bannerlord, you can head over there. There's actually a big overlap between Warhammer players and Bannerlord players, so enjoy. Peace. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Tomorrow we're streaming at the same time.